Hello, welcome to the Bandcamp Hour with myself. I am Cybertronix, aka Cole. Welcome to another edition with KSWV Radio Shockwave, featuring all the tracks from last Friday's Bandcamp. Well, that's not actually strictly true. Sometimes we play tracks that we just like or that have been released, and that track that was opening was by Nebula Black and it's called Streets on Fire. And if you want to buy the track, that is Nebulaba. Sorry, I've got that wrong. Nebulablack.bandcamp.com, and that is from his album Streets on Fire, and the track is also called Streets on Fire. The artist Josh is from Greenwich Township, New Jersey in the US of A, and a wonderful artist and someone I've been speaking to recently, and I've got a lot of time for someone of a similar age profile to myself who has been struggling with how he feels about the industry as it is, and how it's changed, about how we used to be able to make money a little bit more easily from from making music and about how streaming has affected the industry positively and, well, let's be honest, negatively, which is the whole point of this show. Feels that it's difficult to get record to be heard, to be felt, to be understood with all of the amount of energy and time and effort that it takes to track. So I really feel Josh, and actually I had a lovely conversation with him today. So I really hope that people can go out there and follow Nebula Black on social media and listen to his albums because they are good. And thank you, Karin at Night Ride FM, for recommending him to me. What do we have next? From San Francisco in California. They are called Of What Remains. I'm just going to click follow now because I'm not following them. We're going to listen to their track Whispers. Listen and tell me what
Sounds of whispers frighten me, cold and wet beneath my feet, simultaneously telling me all the things that we have done, like a thread that's gone undone in this web that we have spun. This is how it has begun. Be still and hear the whispering echoed in my ear. The light is bright and flickering in the darkest time. Sky on fire, blistering. Watch it as it burns. All we but one single strand among the leaves and sand. Eyes are wide, it's time to see the final test you hid in me. Apprehend with buoyancy, no guarantee. All the things that we have done, like a thread that's gone undone in this web that we have spun. This is how it has begun. Be still and hear the whispering echoed in my ear. The light is bright and flickering in the darkest time. Sky on fire, blistering. Watch it as it burns. All but one single strand among the leaves and sand. All the things that we have done, all the things that we have done.
can be described as sort of a dark, wintry, somber track. Just looking at the artwork. So what we got there is very dark, and the banner is quite wintry scene. I really like that. I really liked sort of cool effect on the vocals. It gave it the right kind of timbre for the track. And I want to listen to the rest of the album, to be honest, and I haven't. Oh dear, kill me. A lot of tracks to listen to. Really like the artwork. Not supported that well on Bandcamp, so go and check them out at of what remains.bandcamp.com, which is OFWH. Oh, I'm not good at this. OFWHATREMAINS Oh, I'm not good at this. No, wait. OFWHATREMAINS.bandcamp.com. Can't do this. I can't do it. I can't do it. Go and check them out. Go and support them. Go and leave a comment. What this show is about. Go and support people like this. If you like that track, if that's what floats your boat, if you are somebody who's in like the darker side of stuff, the darker electronic stuff, you think that sounded cool, go and support these brothers and sisters. I actually don't know if it's male or female. David, Thomas, and Todd. Although you never can tell from names nowadays. But I think there's three guys or three people. Who cares? Three people there. I'm looking at the picture. They do look like men working together there in that project. And I'm rambling. Lovely track. Thank you. So, just in case any of you don't know, this show is about Bandcamp releases. Now, I want to play, only releases from Friday, but it's not possible. And also, every now and again, there's people who send me music, and I'm like, this needs to be showcased. And the next track is a track by a dear friend of mine. I would describe him as a shredwave artist, a dark synth artist, a father, a teacher, a friend. He has just had a baby girl called Judith, which incidentally is the name of my mum as well. And we both love the name Judy. Actually, she's called Judy, and my mum's called Judy. And we both like the name Isaac or Zach, which is an abbreviation or a diminutive of Isaac. And my second son was called Isaac, and Alex's first son was called Zach. So we've got a how do I say this? We've got a tendency to like the same names in common. We started together. We both prefer slightly heavier stuff, and this is a little shout out to baby Judy, her mum Alexandra, her dad Alex Vecchietti, and her older brother Zaki. And I absolutely love this track, and we are going to listen to Through Our Eyes by Alex Vecchietti from the album Per Pugnum Vincimus Lucem, which I have just destroyed.
Mediterranean people, as old as man himself, who at the center of the world, at the heart of man's desire. A farming hand, a fishing boat,
all the way through out of respect for my brother, Alex Vecchietti, and his family, Judy, and his lovely wife. That is, by the way, just in case anyone. Oh, the album, in short, is about some of the struggles that the Sicilian people faced. They've been invaded many times, and it's an absolutely fantastic, heartfelt album by a very, very talented person who really understands the history and the culture of his people. Alex is one of these guys, like when you meet someone who's so talented, he plays guitar, he's a producer, he's been in bands, he's done it all. He's been there and round about the blocks, but he doesn't always get the recognition. If you're listening to this, go and give him a listen. It's Alex Vecchietti. I'll spell that for you, which is Alex, A-L-X, Vietti, CCHIETT.Bandcamp. What a wonderful, wonderful shredwave album that is. Thank you, Al, blessing us with that release. Okay, my people. Next up, we have Waveshaper. So I've actually been looking for an excuse to play this guy for a while. He's super, super popular. He's from Sweden, Stockholm in Sweden. And just quickly looking at the supporters, he's got nearly 100 supporters on this track alone, released on January the 5th, 2024. I say no more. What do you think about this track? What adjectives come to your mind? How would you describe this track? Let me know in the comments below. fucking love that. To read one of the comments, gorgeous hit from Waveshaper. I adore this gritty sound, almost verging on dark synth, but still retaining that distant 90s Waveshaper. Absolutely fucking lovely track. So our next band are a band, actually some of us, and we're very grateful to have them on here. They are called VHS Celebs. This is actually the first track I've played for them on the show so far, into episode 3, holding back because they have got a new video out, which is coming out on St. Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, and it's going to be exclusive on our RetroReverbRecords YouTube channel. And if you want to see that, the time of release will be 6 p.m. CET, Central European Time, and the address you need would be www.youtube.com/@RetroReverbRecords/videos. And before I play their track, which is called Sunset in L.A, I just want to let everyone know, especially if you're out stateside, they've got a tour starting in April, and here are the dates and the places that you can find them at. Columbia SC on the 1st of the 4th at Curiosity CB. Then they're in New York City on the 3rd at Musica. Boston on the 6th at Man Rays. Seattle on the 18th at Substation. Portland on the 19th at the Alberta Abbey. San Francisco on the 20th at the DNA Lounge. They've got a listening party in Los Angeles on the 22nd at Vortex Studios. And then I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. It's either Mojave or Mojave Desert. Somebody just kill me. On the 24th at Neotropolis. I haven't actually got any information about where you can buy tickets, but go to Instagram, VHS Celebs, and you can message them and ask them yourself. I'm sure they would be very, very grateful for your attendance at their events, because that's what it's all about. So this track that I'm playing, as I mentioned earlier on, is called Sunset in LA. It's from the album that is already released on Bandcamp, which is called Multiplex. And there is a vinyl. You can get a lovely orange limited edition 12-inch LP vinyl if you go to vhscelebs.bandcamp.com, and you can check out their vinyl there. So without much more delay, let's get into the song.
So you know, when I wake up, you're the first of thoughts that cross my mind. And you don't need your makeup, just a pixie liner, number 5. When your heart breaks, I promise it feels just like mine. Since it all makes, I promise you it just takes time. And you question why I'm still here for you now. And you question whether I'll be around today. You wonder why I love you today. I wonder why you think it would change. It's washing over me like the waves. You're my sunset in L.A. Where it takes us, we rise and fall just like the tide. And you don't need to say much, 'cause it's just like I can read your mind. When your heart breaks, I promise it feels just like mine. Since it all makes, I promise today. I wonder why you think it would change. It's washing over me like the waves. You're my sunset in L.A. You wonder why I love you today. I wonder why you think it would change. It's washing over me like the waves. You're my sunset in L.A. You wonder why I love you.
And that was VHS Celebs Sunset in LA. They are a synthpop duo comprised of Believe and Justin. I think Believe has got a background in like rap. And they met chasing tornadoes, which is always quite an interesting story. Anyway, really worth checking those guys out. That's a great track, real nice synthpop track, and the album is just absolutely smashing. Can't recommend it enough. Please go and support them on Bandcamp and buy their music. Let's move on. So the next artist I'd like to play released this track on February the 16th, 2024. I've actually had a little bit of dealings with this artist. Unfortunately, not necessarily in the best light, but I don't think it was anyone's fault. We had an artist signed at the time called Driver 86, and they'd collaborated before Driver signed with us. There'd been some kind of contract signed to say that Driver 86 could use the music, and then I think they had a disagreement about something or other. It got a little bit sticky, but I did speak to him at the time and sort of patched things up and told him that, you know, I respected his work. And, you know, when I say sticky, nothing untoward was done. There was nothing wrong done by us, but, you know, it's not nice if somebody feels like maybe they sort of should, I don't know, maybe he regretted signing the contract. He signed it. It wasn't with us. He signed it with Driver 86. I must stipulate that. Maybe he didn't think it through, was a little bit naive at the time. However, he has since, and, you know, this is a little bit of a way to say, you know, absolutely no hard feelings. We definitely, you know, are not in the business of trying to make anyone feel bad or take advantage of anyone in any way, shape or form. So this is a little bit of a way for me to say, you know, no hard feelings. I love your music. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So the next artist up is Magnaval, and the album is called Vengeance, and the song I'm going to play is called Reign of Terror featuring Draven. This is how Magnaval describes himself. Magnaval is a music producer and an electronic artist based in Sweden. Coming from a background in electronic art since 2014, his path took root in the underground scenes of dark synth and evolved into aggressive sounds you hear today. Magnaval is a powerful mashup of violent, sexual, mid-tempo dubstep and hybrid trap, bringing you the best in fast, high, belligerent beats. Now, that is a really, really, really good description of his sound. One of the best I have read out there. This looks like a little bit of a concept, sort of cyberpunk album. I'll just read some of the description, not all of it. In the year 2046, on the outskirts, the last remaining human stronghold on Earth, Nobunganga City, a portal opens. A mysterious humanoid creature, Magnaval, of the planet Vega 101, arrives. After striking a bargain with the infamous cosmic deity Agnir for everlasting immortality via regeneration and superhuman strength, and it goes on. You get the idea. I also noticed that this is there is a pressing of this. There's a vinyl pressing of a transparent red vinyl cut at 33 RPM with a high quality cover print. The artwork there is done by Ariel Zuckerbrol and it's been edited by Magnaval. Okay, so let's listen to the track. and I really enjoyed that. That was absolutely smashing. I've just realised, sorry guys, I said that there was vinyl available, but I've just noticed that it's actually sold out. So it's obviously doing well. So well done, Magnaval there. And I think I should also mention that this release comes out from Kanata Records. So he signed to Kanata Records. So well done for signing such a wonderful artist. And Magnaval, I wish you all the best with your future releases. I certainly enjoyed that, and I will be looking out for more to play in the future. And for those of you who like artwork, you should go and check out the artwork for this album. It is super fucking cool. Anyway, to buy it, please go to Magnavolt. That's magnavolt.bandcamp.com. And the album is called Vengeance. I'm sure you'll absolutely love it. I finally received a question from an artist via email. They've asked to stay anonymous, but they did ask me to share their thoughts on artists who struggle to get any kind of traction on social media, and how that can be extremely disheartening for people. And I think this is something that most people know nowadays. So thank you for the question. But I do see sometimes you see these posts where, you know, artists go, "That's it, I've had enough," and you kind of sometimes the negative side of you can look in and say, "Well, you're just trying to get attention." But I think as well that I understand the frustration that people feel about this, and how disheartening it can be when some people, really do put a lot of energy, time, and a lot of what they feel, and they open themselves up to criticism, and then they throw it out there, and nothing happens. And this is not something that is a unique or new discussion that I'm having. I think my answer to the question is that the best thing to do in order to avoid that way of feeling is to redefine success, evaluate your reasons for doing music. Because, yeah, I could sit there and go, well, you should try this, and you've got to do this, and you've got to get on recommendations, and the algorithm needs to pick you up, and it's about consistency, and there's 101 different tips about how to use social media and make it work. And some people get lucky, and they go viral, and sometimes it's just to do with the music. Maybe it's just something about the music that catches people's attention. I often feel like there's loads and loads of releases out there that have got the potential to be as good as some of the really big smashes. They just don't get heard enough and put in front of the right people. I think if you understand how the music industry works nowadays, and your goal is to be happy with your music, be pleased with what you've put out there, and have moderate and realistic goals about the amount of attention you might get, I think you don't set yourself up for such a big fall. If one person says something nice about your music or buys your music, that really is actually a success, especially if they mean it. Like, it's not just like your mum who has to like your music. But somebody actually likes your music and it touches them. That really is, that's just a success by itself. So that is my advice for anyone listening in, who feels a bit lost and lonely and feels like no one wants to pay attention to their social media posts. You're not alone. Right, I'm going to end the show with this final track. This artist is called Lonely Loop, and he is from Vietnam. And I've been desperately trying to find somebody to play from that part of the world. I really want to tap into all the artists are out there, all the fans are out there, and open up this wonderful scene to them a bit more. I know that there are people out there involved in that scene, but I personally also want to meet them and listen to their music and listen and talk to their fans. So this track is called After Night, as I said, by Lonely Loop, who is on Bandcamp. I think this is his first track. And the little track description here says, this track is about the exhilarating journey of embracing the night and its mysteries, encapsulating the pulsing energy and vibrant atmosphere of a neon-lit cityscape under the cover of darkness. It's a sonic exploration of the excitement and freedom that comes from driving into the unknown, fueled by the adrenaline of the moment. So, you know, tapping into sort of that original night drive synthwave vibe, and the artwork certainly reflects that. It was very nice. You know, pinks and blues, hotels, neon lights and stuff like that. So I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'll probably cut that out, but if I don't forget, well, I apologize. Anyway, let's listen to the track.
Above, not a tile to cover the head. Below, not an inch of ground on which to stand. Probably the best of us that we even think of as the void.
And you can support Lonely Loop at lonelyloop.bandcamp.com. That's LONELYLOOP.bandcamp.com. And that was After Nights. So just to finish off the show, my third episode, just to remind you that the whole point of this show is to play artists who are on Bandcamp or non-streaming platforms. I would love to take your submissions. Just send them to me at RetroReverbRecords at gmail.com. And you can also send me your questions and apply for an interview. Why not do it? We are KSWV Radio Shockwave, the home of synthwave and electronic music, one of the leading radio stations in promoting independent and signed artists. So, guys, if you want to get on the radio, if you want to have your music heard, you know what you got to do? You got to send it to me. I'm Cole, aka Cybertronix. Welcome to the